Okay, it's all good. Interesting way of starting it. I kind of like the idea. I would maybe go with like a 5-second timer. But I think that idea's not too bad. Heretics on defense, we've got BBL on attack. Turn up the game slightly. I'll put it here, and then if you can't hear me, we'll switch it around. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on what's going on. We've got 6 bullets for sociable.
But they're hoping that Heretics make the adaptation of pushing B long, of taking the space that they left wide open in their previous game. That doesn't happen here. BBL late looking towards the B site, but these players on the other side of the map, they've got to still try to find something. Sociable loses
yeah, and they pretty much cleared all the middle with this as well. Then we've got pressure over towards B. Then what? Then they try make space on A, and then they walk out. Okay, so we'll draw the question mark over towards B and see when they re-clear it. Give them a bit louder. I'm gonna have to do it here then. Let's do it here and
when that knife comes back online.
Make it quieter.
If it's within the next few seconds, he might be able to catch 2 players as they look to go in towards this A side.
They played their
this question mark's still here.
Like it's A,
this smoke doesn't go for a little bit.
Imagine
if that knife went over towards the A main.
He was worried
okay, Booster's got to play retake on this one.
But he should have been worried about main. Now realizing that, but already site's being taken. Plant will be coming in short.
Oh, that's kind of nice from that. That's a strong arm, dude.
In fact, more
damage onto the same spot as the KO makes sure that they have to W forwards and not back. I liked the plan here. We had a nade to stop them from planting, and then we had damage as well, which would in theory stop the plant, but at the same time, you kind of either separate them or force them aggro for a little bit into the open. And I'm not even sure the people behind would be able to duel properly.
Heretics should be expecting post-plant utility, these players to fall back, the wall from Bison there again, same thing we saw before. They might not have been ready for it, who knows, but they certainly reacted well. That's a round on the board for the defensive side, a 1-0 start. BBL left with pistols. And for Heretics, like this is a squad that we expect nothing but the best from, Tom. BBL have been upsetting teams as we've gone through, taking down Fnatic, I think was a
right, what do we got?
Victory. You really expect them to have a chance though up against
what do we got? Mini Boo's got the gun to farm everyone.
I not necessarily even because like talking of Heretics, I think a lot of people have looked at last year and gone, oh, is this team going to be as good? But more so because BBL are unorthodox. And I think
this elimination? No, this is upper bracket still. Everyone who loses here can go down to
a lot of it was Levin, not the Lunatic. The Levenatic was really pushing down mid and being super aggressive, and it's tough to sort of come up with your own strategies when someone is being a maniac. So I think their style is tough to play against. They've got a very good mentality. That's where I think the opportunities lie. The thing is, though, if Heretics play to their peak, that may not matter. This team is a Champions finalist.
Yeah, well,
you're getting util dumped.
Teams in the world try to test it. It doesn't matter if Heretics turn up. Firing on all cylinders. That's a little awkward for Mini Boo. Luckily, he's out of there. It's only classics that they're up against, and you can see how quickly they can
this is nice for Enzo. Going to get his ult online early. And you could imagine this ult's pretty good for a retake B, retake A, depending on what they want to use it for.
Plenty of headhunters here for Sociable, and a chance to at least make this costly for his opponents. Nothing will be found. An in-zone flawless for Team Heretics.
Does the winner make Bangkok? No, it'll be one more win after that.
I see how they play this next round, though, because you're looking at a lot of teams nowadays will go for a few rifles, pistols, and then you reload. So do you have rifles across the board? They have not done that. They have got SMGs, they had a Marshall in the mix, so it means that this buy is going to have some pieces missing, but that also means that
I'm not sure about that.
To do something incredibly
not sure about that, I always forget the ads.
I kind of expect something
maybe we got a whole season. You might be right.
Close either, so it is just going to have to
hey, ult on this map is insane. Yeah,
this was that
I think for retaking over towards B, it's just so good.
It gets you the orb, but it also denies A control.
Like that and an Astra ult, I don't even know how you lose the round, to be honest. You just full retake the whole time.
If Team Heretics really want to commit to that control, for now though, it is just denied. And it has worked.
Yeah, this is good from Mini Boo though, just getting early info. And we've got one prodding over towards B, trying to kill one, create the question mark here. And then, what a shot, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then he literally just clears all of this, no question mark. They can lean heavier over towards A. That kill is everything. Just Flo, thank you so much as well. Appreciate the message earlier. Thank you for the 12 months, dude. Thank you for everything.
Still have potential to just look to deny the plant. A lot of that has been the goal.
They love a damage to force the man into open. They don't really go for like kill combos. They go for like space.
Makes things more and more dangerous. In fact, Mini were looking to just do an incredible amount. The fact, though, is those trades have gone the way, at least for now, of the attack.
Players remaining at rifles, though. This round is
dude,
far
give him a gun that isn't a bulldog there. He's got a kill. Okay, not too bad in the end. Armor rebuy, double gun rebuy.
But it was more or less just his casket. 2-1. A round that BBL should win. They end up suffering a couple of losses, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, all in all, that's fine. I think especially with how things started.
Yeah, that was a sick shot though.
The fact that you can see those sort of crossfires.
Definitely got a question. I think Rien's absolutely centered, do you know?
Approach when it comes to those afterplants, not allowing for the retake to come in, because again, there's so much utility available to this defensive
I know that
side, the back of the Astra,
I know the Heretics are very keen on the yellow cards, red cards. I'm very sure Rien's would have got a yellow card there. He just tunnel vision so heavy into a crossfire on his own. Requiem Vale, thank you so much for the gifted. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
These rifles have a couple pieces of reinvestment as well.
Okay, BBL on attack, question mark, pressure over towards A. Rien's does have his ult now, so again, if they wanted to, retake wise, they can... You've got to imagine it's pretty good for here as well. There's a lot of good positions for this ult. Okay, so they lose A main control, and then in reaction, we are droning over towards middle. Back. And dude, pressure here, knife goes in, doesn't hit anyone over towards A, by the way, so they have just tried to re-clear A info, but didn't go deep enough. We got alarm bot, early info over towards B, so they can keep 3A. Renz has had enough as well, he's out of there playing safe, he's going to double back on site. Yeah, they might be able to stop plant here with everything. You got Karenade, you got Terror damage, you got Terror ult.
Team Heretics are attempting to retake control. In fact, I didn't
yeah, that's gonna be too late. They can plant.
But just a small gap around that smoke. In comes the ultimate, but it will be dodged. Yumpy stepping into
Yumpy's
the smoke
done good on
and
this.
back to site safely. At least keeping some control on the site itself. But his teammates are smoked out, and now
yeah,
they're about to overwhelm
Yumpy is not gonna be able to use his ult in this one. That's for sure.
So Yumpy's gonna have to stand his ground, at least have a chance in an even fight as he falls.
Yeah, they're gonna tap the spike. That'll be Astra suck.
That's gonna buy a little bit more time. Stop the defuse a second longer. It's a little whiffy from back though. Down to just 2. In fact, 1 defending this spike, and it's
holy bro. That's insane, dude. It's always this pause. It's always this pause. The mind freak pause. That was nuts, dude.
Whatever his salary
yeah, Woods annihilated everyone towards A main, and then Profex just wrecked him.
To add to the already growing collection in the Red Bull clutch, and the sort of the upsetting thing, if you're a Heretics
yeah, it was the battle with the Astras.
Fantastically. Like they had so much utility. It was the
Dude, his team double whiffed, and then he just does this.
A fragment, so much delay, forcing players into awkward positions. And then they went, "Wow, what's the one thing? What's the one
Dude,
thing we forgot
the impact
about?
of that is insane as well, chat. Force them down to an eco. Their chance to get money online, to get ults online, that's incredible. Aiden No Cap with the Prime, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome into the Star Club. And we got Dennis with the Tier 2. Thank you so much, Dennis. Appreciate the Tier 2, mate. Thank you for all the support. 31 months on that as well.
Yeah, except he was alone. Like, Wu had a
New Year as well.
Buddies, like,
Love that, dude.
running behind him. Profec's like,
Thank you so much for sending that, Dennis. Hope you enjoy yourself. Yeah, and they can clean this one up and start. Dude, there's going to be a close game now because of that round.
But Yumpy, he was in the same boat. This is a whitewash. Woot, the last left, 1v4. Ults online for BBL. Hey, maybe he makes them use one. That's about the best case scenario.
If he makes them use one for here, they've done something wrong. Because it is a 1 versus 5. What are they going to do? Take his gun?
Frogler die,
one
Alamate.
to begin with, so not gonna be a
The
whole lot of
ults,
value
yeah,
in
they
that.
got a lot of ults online.
I know it's such a huge round for
Have a
Prophet.
lot of
This one
ults.
can almost still be divvied up. to his
Prafu, thank you
performance.
so
They've
much.
ruined
Thank you,
the
thank you.
economy of
Appreciate that.
Heretics.
Might be too much to
Their
ask,
start
but
on the
after
A side hold was
kickoff / before
fantastic,
stage 1, would you
but
do a
one
video where
man
you point out one thing
stood between them
you
and
would like to
victory.
see from each VCT
The
team?
upbeat now is just
Interesting.
Messi just getting
I
those
wouldn't be,
kills
I wouldn't be able to do it for every
confirm the
team,
in-zone flawless. Would only really have benefited
but we could maybe
Socialbuzz. As
pick
you
out a
said,
few.
like, that's the other
It's
thing to bring
not
into
the worst idea
consideration
ever.
is we did see
It's just if we
the
get time,
ultimate
really.
thrown in a couple of rounds ago, the ult that was being farmed for re-ends.
Maybe I'll start writing
was
more
thrown
notes
in
as
in a
well.
round
I
that
should
they
just be writing
didn't
more
win,
notes
and
anyway,
thus far,
just for
BBL
like
is
plat chat
0
stuff
ults,
also.
And sort of the win condition of their last time playing this map has 2 kills. He's not the win condition right now.
It is a scary time because in that round we see Sociable step up, find that opening, convert, but like I say, this is what we're sort of expecting from him in most rounds. 25 and 12 up against GX. If he's had a slow start, you expect him to heat up. And Heretics will need to do a lot better than what we're seeing so far. They won the first 2 rounds, and then it's been nothing but the BBL show since then. A squad looking to establish their empire and doing damn well so far. As we said, they've already taken out someone like Fnatic.
Did I watch the
Normally,
Americas
at
segment?
this
Nah, I
stage,
didn't get
with a
time to
team
watch
of
it.
the caliber and success last year of Heretics, we wouldn't expect a squad like BBL to have a chance, but
It's earning
different times.
They'll be earning champions points while playing with a stand-in. Like that, you can't really ask for anything more than that. That's all they have to do. They win this game, they've earned champions points, and I think they're, what, a match away from a Masters.
And yeah, they're 2 matches away right now. 2 steps. And they'll be all the way there. And the thing is, Vac as well.
When I was
Yeah,
coaching
listen,
Yampi back
Vac
in
is
Liquid,
well, so I
did
can
you already show
emotional.
Flasher being a
Phenomenal
leader? Oh,
player,
for sure.
not playing the role
For
that
sure,
we
for
know
sure.
him for, and has not been doing well. Statistically, one of the worst players in the
He
tournament right
progressively
now. That's the
started
sub you're bringing
trolling
in.
less
We
and
saw
less
that
as well,
super
which was
sub.
good.
There's other ways to do it. You don't have to drop
He's
40
a lot
kills to
different
be
now
a
from
super
when we
sub.
picked him up,
Playing with the
but
team, your
he's
team's
always
winning,
like,
you're already doing your job. But it's
he
funny
always
as
had
well,
really good
the
signs of
BBL, I mean, it's just been an uphill battle
being
every
like
step of the
everything
way
you
from
want,
the squad starting,
like a leader
kickoff.
or a
Yeah,
player that
they've delivered.
makes everyone's
He
morale
has
kind of
kept
boost.
a moneymaker, I suppose.
And he's hardworking, so.
Sure. I mean, realistically, you're going to be, you see a lot of the time you're using your drone pass.
Again, out of all the IGLs we tried, he was always the one that I
What did he do
thought
in
it was the
last
best.
round? He ran into the site and planted. It's like, that's absolutely
I'm guessing now he's not going to do that, though.
I'm guessing that's not true. Instantly, we're going to
It's
see
the
him
killer
drop
combo.
that Hunter's Fury. That's the
Killer
opener
combo,
for
Astra
Young
ult as
Pete.
well,
Running
and
from
Mini
afar.
Boo kind of has to go for a play, but it's like at the same time, how can you even go for a play? This is great from BBL, right? They're using so many ults, but it's so worth. They get a good understanding of the round itself, force them down to an eco if they lose,
I'm curious to see where Yumpy
and
ends up
they
going
should
after
hopefully
the plan.
only have like one
He's gonna
person
have
playing
some,
behind the Astra ult here.
Limited
That you would
choices.
imagine comes in from Heretics because they got to win this.
Oh, he's sticking around. He's staying up close.
Oh, he's going forward, you mean?
Yeah. He was sticking around. Now he stepped into the fray.
Well, that is
Great
insane,
shot
isn't
by
it?
11. And now look
Okay, I
who's
do
waiting
think
inside
too
the
many
smoke
people from
against
BBL played
Yompy.
off site, but
Oh, BBL delivering
looks like they've done
again.
enough.
Every game from this squad is a treat, and we know Pearl is somewhere that they're going to do damage to the best.
Okay,
of the best.
very, very
We've
nice
seen
from
it here.
BBL on
A
this one.
4-2
They're in a
start
very
for
good
the
spot.
attacking side.
Money's
After
still in a really
losing
good
the
spot as well.
pistol,
3 people.
Heretics
We got
are gonna
a
be feeling the
we got a
heat
2-9
right now.
loss bonus, but
That's also
we
just the
do
way
not
that
have
they
enough
manage
money
their
here.
ultimates. We talked about them
Like this could be
building
light
up
armor
into
gun,
the
light armor
immediate
gun, but
usage
these two are
just to
wrecked.
get that opener. They went, okay, the likelihood is the B site leaves the player a little bit more isolated. Let's use that classic combo of the Hunter's Fury in tandem with the Dimensional Drift. It gives an immediate opener. And then most players, I would say within their right mind, will go, we have an opener, we have a plant. I don't need to be up in their face aggressive. And Levin goes, why would I do that?
The best chamber maps at the moment. Lotus Pal at the top.
That's what we want him doing.
We got like Binds, Haven, Split.
Again, Heretics are very good in retake.
Yeah, probably Split at the bottom. Fracture's pretty good. I would put that third.
Oh, okay, we're seeing a little bit of an adaptation.
So yeah, I would say Lotus,
to clear out the deeper space.
Pearl.
Nothing found.
Sorry, yeah,
No one
Lotus,
here.
Pearl,
BBL are,
Fracture.
in fact, grouped up on the other side of the map,
Yeah, what am I
looking
missing?
for
Abyss?
a
Yeah, I would say
sight
Abyss,
straight in.
then
Damage
Bind,
done. Woot is
then
out of there. He's
Haven,
got 6 HP left.
then...
Bit of
Actually,
Bind's
I think
utility might have
it's
taken
better on
him
Haven
down.
than it is on Bind.
Plan
That
to
might be a
secure
hot take, but...
11. Not deterred
and
by
then Split.
his own teammate's utility. Steps in, takes a bit of damage. He's not gone fully around that corner just yet. He was
Loon's
waiting for the wrap
doing
around
so
the other
much,
side.
by the way.
TP's out. It's a free pick, and he's right back into the fight with a flash. They know that for now. Oh my God! Look at the art play. A flank on a flank.
Is Yampy gonna get something with his stupid shock darts that he always does?
Just need to buy time. It's all they need to do. The wall goes up from Vice in towards the defuse. They need to swing. There has to be the big swing to deny. There it is on Yumpy, sociable as well. And
yeah,
now
it looks chaotic, but they're so on top of it. It's so nice. Yeah, and they can't really let them plant on this one, so looks rough. I wonder if they're gonna go way more aggro on defense here.
Credit to Benji where it's due. He put an alarm bot down there. Even
layers, we got a lot of layers. Honestly, the Yampy shock darts, they like bounce up and down, like once he plants. They're pretty strong in a situation like this. You have to stay on top of them as well. Like there's so much going on.
Being an advantage, have weaponry, just not working out. And BBL in those late rounds are looking fantastic thus far. Always got to be worried.
What about making Chamber's trips global? Chamber does not need a buff. I promise you that.
I mean, at this point as well, especially Propek has to get a read. I've had several high impact flanks that they definitely know about. It's something that they're going to be ready for. On the side of BBL, 5 and 2.
Chamber's in a really good spot right now.
Changes will still be there, waiting for Heretics.
Okay, another big buy round. Where's okay, so I like this little setup where you take a shot on this angle and then you have one tucked into the corner. That's really nice. It scares me a little bit against the Yoru because it would just be a 1v1 for the Astra. But I do like this setup.
A lot of what they were doing initially was setting up util on B. Now they've left Boo alone on the
Clove smokes need a buff. Clove's too good in ranked. If anything, Clove gets another nerf.
Attacking side thus far. But with Minibu already set up deep on A, the Heretics can sort of gamble a little bit. It's just the pacing of BBL that makes it tough. They've given nothing away so far. Finally, that alarm bot is going to make a connection, and now...
This is nice, though, from BBL. Minibu does not feel comfy, and it might be another round where they just do this whole afterplan stuff. Okay, yeah, they spoke about it a little bit where we can't let them plant, and that's why Woot's just absolutely sending it all the way through. It'd be clear to plant this one. Right?
Imagine with 18 seconds left, maybe not. They're just going to take everybody down. Benji,
nicely done from Yampy. Hey, they look good, dude. They look good. They're getting up, putting up some numbers here. And they've got Abyss's third map as well. They're in a really nice spot right now.
How long can this go on for before Heretics won't be able to catch up?
Yeah, it is already pretty scary. Other than the pistol in the second round, nothing has gone their way.
Yeah, I think like they gotta actually set up someone in aiming.
Like it just seems like a team that's had a lot longer than what we're currently witnessing from BBL.
Yes, let's go.
And well, right now, there hasn't been much of a response. A rough start for Boo. We mentioned that switch up to Initiator not really hitting the same.
Yeah, and they agree with me as well. Setting one up over towards A main. Probably going to do this in the buy round as well. They spotted people over towards B as well. Picking up the orb is Astra ult, and did we hear some running here? Maybe. So they got Astra ult, so they could Astra ult to retake B. Loon's got his ult, might just use this one. Penguin in Antarctica with a tier 1. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Inside the smoke, there was even maybe a flash from Levin about to fly through.
So they put a lot of pressure over towards B, and at the same time, yeah, he's going to call. We got a 1v1 over towards A, and he definitely might just call his team back. Loads of pressure over towards B, over rotate, walks in, calls him, cleared all of this. Problem is if he overextends, like I don't think he should go past this line, but it must be so tempting. Well, he won the duel, so it doesn't matter.
Job done for Vac. Phenomenal round already, and now. Oh, they get the chance as long.
Dude, look at him go. Wait, they're going to put up numbers on this. It is like a 7-5-8-4 map on attack. Comp dependent again, but this comp is so good on defense that they might have already enough.
No reward this time, but it's the dramatic flair. That's what it's all about.
Can Boo make the board is the question. There we go. First kill. At least going to make things a tad more costly, but you look at the credits over on the BBL side. Oh, well, it's been booming lately. The thing is, he may even just opt to try and go down to the spike. Obviously, getting an extra kill would be nice. Get that ultimate online, but Sociable's not going to allow it.
Yeah, very strong. Just picking up the outlaw for the ecos as well. Throws it away, picks up a gun. Then he can throw that to a teammate by an op.
Not overly surprised to see them pick this one without things
back. Yeah, he did great here, dude. Just taking the space.
It doesn't seem to matter with just the confidence and style they play with.
2 timeouts in one half.
If I'm wrong, that's both pauses got in the first half.
I believe that is so, Tom. You can see the stress and strain this squad is under. A 2-0 start, a 7-2 scoreline.
Brixie, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 2 months. Thank you, thank you.
Just further confirmation.
I'll take EMEA is more fun to watch. Any team can upset. That is true. The teams seem very equal in EMEA at the moment. I think that's very valid.
When we go to those little cams, and I think that's because this squad is very comfortable with Pearl. Sure, we saw Heretics there, but we were impressed, blown away by what BBL brought to the table, and it doesn't seem to be changing. And again,
yeah, I would say after seeing everyone, I would say we've got less teams that can win actual champs.
Last time, BBL were impressive.
Or like
the dude was 25
Masters.
and 12. If you're not impressive with someone dropping 25 and 12,
like I think teams are looking stronger at the top.
The most fun thing for me is the fact that the top player in the server is almost like
the meta's in a good spot right now. It's the most open it's ever been. It's pretty awesome. What's the most one-sided region? Americas. You got Americas is like pretty top-heavy, and then the teams at the bottom are like worryingly bad.
It's like, it's the student the master. That's the question in this series. Has Wu outdone
China as well? That's true. China as well, but I think Americas have more teams at the top. Maybe more teams at the bottom as well, I don't know.
More so than here, if things keep going this way especially. Heretics have come in with 4.
The most fun? I normally have the most fun watching Pacific, to be honest. I find the Pacific teams are really fun to watch.
We've seen some aggression, but no real success from it right there. Feels like we're real close.
Like EMEA love like a default, some kind of slow plays. When I'm watching Pacific, man, I'm getting like 25-minute games of people absolutely sending it. It's so funny.
Timing must have been just perfect. BBL setting their sights on the A side, but look how many Heretics players are here, Tom.
Yeah, I like the idea though. Still a good amount of pressure. Knife goes in reaction, and this chamber is going to cause a lot of... Ooh, okay, this is much reaction.
Already getting rid of sociable, the same tech.
Wait. Wait, was that a boo flash? How has he done that? I'm confused.
Now, without that opener, without that success they had last time, they have got to try and get past.
How did you manage to? How did you manage to own that so badly? Okay, they can't plant here, Chad. This one's done, dude. Yeah, he's got to stick this, and someone will stop it. And now it's done because this guy's going to tank the ult before he plants. Oh, just as he plants. What's Yumpy doing? Yumpy could either run. Dude, Yumpy could either run into the detain or get hit by the Armageddon. And he's just kind of looking at it like, well, no matter what I choose here, I'm done.
Backwards, so that anybody going, I'm gonna leave the
yeah, he basically just accepted it.
No escape. That was perfect from Heretics in terms of
yeah, this was very nice from Heretics.
It did cost them a lot of
Boo flashes to the right. That's so sick. He was trying to flash the people over towards Art. That was awesome. I'm not even sure the flash went past the wall, to be honest. I'm not sure it went past the box.
Other than that singular ult on the other side.
Either way, he's owned him.
Which, to be honest, Steel Garden's pretty good, but I don't know if it will change everything.
It didn't go past the box, that's what I thought. Well, he somehow owned it, though. He looks like he's got 700 IQ on him.
The question that obviously comes to mind, though, is what do you do in this round?
Okay, pressure over towards A. They set one chamber up, but this time, Heretics, early info over towards B. So they can, well, can stack 4 people on A at the moment. Alamba watching here.
I think at this point, you know, again, favor falls into BBL.
Does look like they want to split B.
Great. We can forget the trouble they've had here.
Which means that Miniboo's going to have to win his 1v1 against Yumpy. But Yumpy has a drone.
Again, heavy rotations coming in from the other side. There are 3 players in Art, 1 on the A side. But this time, BBL seem to have
they lose over towards door. They drones middle. Dude, Miniboo's got to do a lot here. He is in trouble.
Isolated. I don't know if there's
nice shot though.
The steal gun has been
He's got
used,
to
but
stop
it doesn't
feeling
connect
worried
onto him.
about
So
over
he's able
towards
to hold
B.
his ground. This kill could change everything. And while for BBL,
His flash shot was pretty nice though.
that
Second
gives them
shot.
the control they needed. It puts them
Big
into
miss.
a 4v4 after plant. What could have been a really dangerous
Woot has his
position
Astra ult,
ends
so
up
they got to
just being
all
a
fight
single
over
kill.
towards site. You're going to see Yampy crossover soon as
Now
well.
Heretics are the
Ooh,
ones
they
left to pick
2-2.
up the pieces.
I don't know if the... Okay.
4v4,
Okay. Comms came in.
belong control.
I saw the Vice
Stolen
heading
out
over
their
towards
hands,
here, and then
operator
someone said
recovered
Astra
by
ult, so now he's
Yampy
gone
as well.
to triple on site.
Because of the fact they have Cosmic Divide.
It's being put into play. 11 in a bit of danger.
Ooh.
I think he's got a gate crash to fall back to, and he won't be able
No
to.
way.
Guided salvo claims problem. Back on backside. He's flown under the radar. They haven't detected him just yet. That gets a double.
That might be
It
enough
makes it
though,
possible
and this guy can
for
see if
Yampy.
it's going
He
up
can
and
see
see
when
if they
it's being
stick in
defused,
it.
and the shock darts
He's going to see if
primed
they're
and ready.
sticking
The
it or
first
not.
lands, big damage. The second on its way, but it's already
Whoa,
halved.
10
And he
HP.
needs to
Oh
fire
my
the
god,
shot.
it would have been
They
a
lined
double.
up, but the shot
It
did not
would have been a
connect,
double.
and it's
Yampy, you're an
Rian's to
upper.
return the favor. 4-7. It's far from over for
Big
Team
miss.
Heretics.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I like that round from both sides. Miniboo does incredibly well, even just to trade effectively. There's a world where he sort of doubts himself, a little bit of luck in the spams. I really like BBL's adaptation in the middle. I said they spot the Cosmic Divide on the other side and go, okay,
You're an
one
All-Vary.
on the Canona, so
Dude,
let's play more
all of
aggressive.
his years of
The problem
CS.
is when you're up against Teo and
Open
he's
for
gonna
that.
force you into more unfavorable battles. That's always going to be a little bit more difficult. Even still, though.
Still, those 7 still not
Heretics,
looking
they pull off
bad.
the retake once again,
Who's
as
going
you
to get
said.
the last one? Op gets
7-5.
thrown over towards Miniboo.
Maybe you get a second pistol.
Knife
you're in the
gets dodged by
Absolutely.
Profec, but we've seen this as a default, right?
Still slip away,
It
but
can be
even
punished
8-4,
because when you're throwing
not quite
Astra
the
stars, these
advantage it
people
looked
see you.
like it would be a couple of rounds
Maybe you
ago.
need to
For
crouch when
BBL,
you're
though,
doing that. I'm not
their
sure.
heads will still be held high.
But chat, when you crouch and do
Pointing on the
stars, you
clock.
still stand up and do your
Heretics
floating thing, right?
Not quite gone for that
So it
B-long
would
aggression. In fact, they're not even looking.
they still
at
would see
B-long.
you.
It's a very passive position from Boo, and if he does pop
No
his
game
head
audio?
out,
Yeah, I don't know.
he
They're probably
might
sawing something.
regret it. Luckily, it's not going to be Heretics losing a player.
Yeah, that's
Instead,
a nice
it's
pick though.
sociable.
Who did I lose? Chamber?
Falling in mid. The trap now
Rough
gone
around the edges.
to
Thank you
this
so
attacking
much,
side,
man.
and
Appreciate
all
the prime.
control
Thank you for that. Welcome into
outside
the
of
Slug Club.
B-long is in the hands of Heretics. For BBL,
Boo's gonna have a
I don't
knife.
think there's
A
even
little
much
bit
of a choice to
early,
go
but
back anymore, and I think that's
at the
signified by the wall
50-second
they
mark,
just put into play.
can't really fault him going for it. Okay, so they want to then dodge some kind of jump
Killjoy
peek
setup.
This is bold.
and then take
Yeah,
a
they're just
timing.
waiting in case there's an over rotation. Like with this late,
Not too
amount
sure
of
about
time
this
on
one,
the
guys.
clock, but it is a massive.
They're gonna go at 25 seconds.
Until that knife comes back.
Well, he's just used.
Dude,
it.
the
I
turret's
think
gonna
that was the
completely
thing.
wreck
He used
him.
it probably like 15 seconds ago,
Yeah.
expecting them to be
And Boo's got
deep
double
in
flashes
position.
to enable
So it's not
Benji
gonna
on
be
site.
denied, but the fact is Benji has
And a
gone
nade
absolutely
to stop him
nowhere.
from pushing in.
He takes the term
Wait,
anchor
no
quite
nade?
seriously. Unfortunately, he sinks
No
just
nade?
like what the chances for this round to go
Nade
to
to stop
Heretics
the
may
plant?
slip apart as well.
Nade.
Boo was to go down. He throws the nade though. and that gets
Okay,
the kill.
that's
That
why we're
wins
saving the nade.
round
Very,
on
very
time.
nice.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, I was worried that
There
they
was a
were
second
gonna
there where Boo could
not
be
use the nade
stuck
for it, but then you had the
long.
Teo
He stepped
damage
back,
into
he
the nades.
waited. He
All the
held his
util to
breath.
stop the plant. Pretty
Delivered
good.
just in time, 7-5.
Yeah, no, a really
Good
big
nade,
round
solid
to end
nade.
out that half from the big brain of
This little
side. And, well, that's the thing, though.
this
In
little
just a moment, we're gonna
4-person
hear
hide over
another big
towards
brain,
long.
'cause we'll be throwing things
I
off
don't know.
the
It
other
makes a lot of sense if they haven't used their knife, right? And then they're gonna use their knife to get info. But they pretty much just used the knife, so it's like they should be.
I mean, it's last round.
They should be going for it, really, in my opinion. I'm not sure their idea was great here. It almost worked.
Suck. Oh,
Wait, what?
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
So
My
confused
role
what's
right now
going
is,
on.
of course, show example to my other teammates. I'm the only one who has played in VCT before, so I need to show an example and make people comfortable around them, because I know that when you are joining first time to tier 1, everything is new, everything is exciting, and I need to either calm them down or make them feel super comfortable when they're gonna play on the stage. I think being IGL for the rookies, as you could say, I think it's actually pretty easy for me, because all of them have a big trust in me, which I appreciate, and there is no bullshit around between our team, so the respect between each other is very good.
Well, with a 7-5 position. Yumpy, no doubt, feeling confident that his team has what it takes to push this across the line. Their attack side, well, it's shaped up well. Good rounds put up on the board early on, same as what we saw up against GX. And if Heretics hadn't started to
Is 7 enough for BBL? 7's pretty good. The comp's really defense-sided as well. Like it should, 7 should be enough for them, really. They might even be able to lose pistol here.
Pistol, though, well, it could make that.
The comp's really good on defense.
For sure, and I think it came off the back of some like really big brain.
It's hard because you got a Vice, so that forces the enemy team to default a lot, and then you got a chamber that can punish people that are trying to default all the time. Like it's really nice.
The attack, because that's where I think he's going to have to play a much more pivotal role at setting up the team. It's where they clearly believe his lineups can bring value.
Already, stealth drone put out.
Okay, they tried to bait the Yoru in over towards here. Yoru does have a TP. Mini Boo does check it. Nothing else here to help that one.
Shot landed, an advantage for BBL. Heretics,
yeah, this might look.
This
might look good.
Still on B long, but we're on board now with an art push that's coming in a little bit later, hoping to exploit a gap that BBL may have left. As we can see, they have not.
And any chance to push that position is already going to be delayed by the Razorvine. And then a smoke. That's the thing, a lot of
Communism with a Prime, thank you for the 6 months, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you. Gecko in the current meta? There's just so many initiator options.
Already spotting out opponents, has to be careful of that
Nice
second
shot.
one. Or maybe he doesn't. Rien's already gone. And with the spike only just being retrieved now, it's going to be a tough position for them to get back into, especially now that he's seen Woot.
Yeah, this is the danger, especially in pistol rounds. Sociable, he didn't get to really have any flair to it.
Could be big here.
Here already picking up one with the headhunter. 5
Not sure about that one.
Ready to be sent quickly towards Heretics players. Never mind, Benji has ripped his head off. The site has not been fully taken just yet, though. Still a bit of a brawl.
Does have time for it. Let's see.
With 10
Ooh,
seconds,
nice
little
recon.
No one is there to take the planter down. Boo gets to reset.
How do they play together? Let's check it.
Yumpy and Vac. They know exactly where he is.
Wait for the flash, maybe.
Yeah, winning it from this position would need an isolated jaw.
Very nice on that.
That's really nice. I was looking at Yumpin being like, he is incredibly far forward. Is he going to take this fight alone? But it was literally just a bait with a flash. Like, you don't shoot it, you're blind. You do shoot it, that happens. Really nice round from them. And this is the thing. I think, as said, their defensive side.
Yeah, I think Heretics are going to struggle here.
Was so unorthodox.
This comp is
really
unreal for defense.
Even you said, oh, they've spotted a player.
Down for a BBL upset. They got a really good chance on Abyss as well. Like I would say, I would be very confident right now in their map pool, or at least this best of 3 map pool. So Heretics get heavy armor, and Boo has dropped his brother, an outlaw. And we got 3 people that can get one shot. He actually has a better gun than Sociable.
Make sure that close left corner is not occupied at the moment.
Sam the Fightless with the tier 1. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you.
Even if he doesn't have this sniper in hand, he probably has that headhunter. And so either way, someone you don't want to mess with. Levin.
Yeah, no one needs to overstep.
Category.
Well, that's both sides.
Here we go. Let's check it.
Let's go mid, guys.
Very nice.
Although they have got Sociable.
Sociable did hit the shot though.
Gamble purchase. Boo. He really is
Perfect.
the best
50. I mean, he's going to move once the smoke goes out.
Ready for Minibu to take aim.
Perma smoking this.
Try and do as much damage as possible.
Okay, he does throw the gun over to Wu. He's going to pop his dash and go through. How much does Prophet get?
Prophet about to come under pressure.
Place another star, backs out. They've occupied
There's
that
3 of them on site. Yumpy's been pushing the whole time to get pure info. Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful BBL. Now pushed up to 9 rounds. I mean, there were
they're in a great spot. They're taking this map, it feels like.
Well,
let's see what Boo buys into this one.
Free outlaw as well.
Yeah, a little upgrade.
So if anything, this is now making more
the free outlaw, yeah, they take it.
probably leave, yeah, Boo's just going to be the utility man for this round, not going to have the weaponry. That was the gamble that they took, kind of damaging their own round. Have to be, and actually now looking at the buys across the board, it almost seems fairly even, which is definitely a scary prospect when you are currently 9-5 down.
Yeah.
It is their opponent's map choice. Expectations for BBL have been incredibly high, and well, as said,
what's an outlaw hero after the eco? I think it's okay. You can win rounds of it.
But I do think that even though this is a pause of technical nature,
not like against it. I would do it after like research maybe of how a team plays. Like if they're all buying light armor and there's a lot of rifles.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, losing this pistol as well.
Especially if you have one player here, I think it's okay. Like the player here, in terms of Boo, probably gonna find a gun on the floor from someone dying anyway if he's like pop flashing for other people.
They've just had as well. They've got outlaws coming into this round, which is a danger.
How do I like Yampi's calling? I've always liked Yampi's IGLing. Again, I thought it was the best when we were in Liquid out of everyone.
He's not having a game right now, and it's a 9-5 lead to BBL.
It's more getting everyone to like trust in it.
Plugs in his mouse again, we're in trouble. And I think this is where, for Heretics, you start to look at them and go, okay, what can you do to deal with that?
Regen armor just looks situational at the moment. We've seen a couple of teams like C9 have tried using it probably the most out of every team.
To see them activated.
It doesn't seem to change too much. More just for like snowballing.
I think all across the board, this Heretics doesn't feel the same. But I think that is also down to proficiency of BBL on this map.
The liquid glaze is insane.
To play against. They're an annoying team.
What?
And this is,
I
from what I've seen at least,
what?
certainly for me.
Dude, I said he was the best IGLing out of everyone in Liquid. You okay?
He was 14-9 on the attack side when he played in that previous game. Yeah. He was 11-3 on the
you've been watching too much TikTok, mate. Your brain's rotting.
It gets worse.
You're probably on TikTok at the same time as this.
So, and that makes a lot of sense.
Double dopamine hitting.
He's going to be consistently pushing the map and then having a get out of jail free card. So we've already witnessed it throughout.
Am I going to do the fancy TMV thing? Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
And the thing is, they also have Levin on a Yoru who's going to be doing exactly the same thing. And I think individually, he's also looking very good. So I am worried for Heretics in this map. I think there would have to be a serious shift in the pacing of how the game is going. They need to shut down some of those aggressive plays, and wow, one's coming their way already.
Okay, heavy A main control, and Heretics wanted to go for it, so they have to go to a backup plan. Their instant reaction is to split over towards B. We got a Yoru with no TP at the moment though. Okay, that's a lie. We got TP here, and he's just done another one as well. What a shot that is.
Rolled the dice and it has not worked out in their favor this time. The shot from
okay, it was a nice instant reaction from Heretics on this. Saw them go aggro A. They know, I guess from watching a demo, that it's 3 people, and then just straight up split over towards B. It's something that BBL might call a timeout about and talk about in a little bit.
A Ghost, Spectre, and 2 snipers. As long as you're not overzealous yourself, this should be a done deal.
Shock dart attempt for a little extra damage. Maybe if they got lucky with that. But stepping into the smoke with 2 players, one of which is Woot awaiting you, it is not going to go well. Sociable. He was here early. He'll be the last one to leave. Idea to make it a bit more costly.
The Ashes? Yeah, the Ashes are popping up.
Look, some shots hit, some damage done, but you can't deny that's an in-zone flawless for Team Heretics.
Yeah, big response. I think the way that BBL played that was, let's send our utility-heavy players on one side and our weaponry-heavy players on the other. The second this fight doesn't go their way, I think it's the fake smoke thrown in.
One enemy remains.
By the round time, it seemed like it was going to fly. It had to be utter heroics from Sociable.
I was going to say, that is kind of what they needed in terms of money as well. Eric Hazer with the Prime even. Thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate that. Thank you. And money really low for BBL. So it's pretty much a must-win for Heretics if they want to take this. Whoa. Dude, he got a free shot out there. Gotta keep an eye on Woot. He's got his ult for this one.
That little bit more aggressive, obviously, on that agent, especially in your glass.
Did Woot do a role change? Yes. The reason that Neil gave was that he doesn't want to learn lineups. I'm not sure that's a good excuse. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Still sticking with this 3-player towards A site. that we've seen before. And
what's the best match so far this season? Best match this season is Na'Vi Fnatic Map 3.
BBL have to keep boots on the ground to keep control of that. They were doing so, but Art's now being
That's my favorite so far.
Heretics are feeling the space in the A side.
All regions? Yeah, that out of all regions.
Prophet knows he needs that smoke just to try and survive in this scenario. Boo those
How are they going to spam the smoke? How are they going to enter it? 30
30
seconds on this one. There's going to be 4 people close. Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, I mean, ooh.
There is the shot that lands. It's been coming. Finally, Sociable's able to enter the
Yeah, and
scoreboard.
this
Maybe
is,
at the perfect moment.
unless someone goes
Still clinging
crazy,
to life.
which they could
Another
do,
on the board for
and
him.
just got 1 molly, that's
There's still
it.
a chance.
It's not over just yet, but look what Heretics
I liked how
have.
patient Heretics were there
No utility.
to wait for the smoke at A
Except
main,
for
but
that one
Sociable's
nanoswarm.
absolutely owned them.
They want to fight. They're gonna have to do it.
Dude, I love how
Just
Boo
swinging
lost the
in, and that's
1v2 from
exactly
shooting
what
this,
Boo
and now
does.
he's just dodging it instead of
Beautiful
shooting it.
connection from
This is a
Benji.
2v4, by the way.
And the boys
What
of
a shot that
Heretics
is as well.
pull it
2v4 for
across the line.
Heretics.
Boo with the final shot, and the gap
Force him
is
down to an eco.
2.
He's had a resurgence. He was 0 and 6 at one point in this map. Now finds himself 9 and 10. Said it, he won them a couple of rounds towards the end of the last, and even with a collateral shot from Sociable and a mass advantage, this is just where they stepped up. And the thing is, he learned
Dude, I
from
think this
the
last shot must be
previous
nice.
mistake. That's the thing,
Ooh.
I feel like Boo is like a supercomputer. Like
Yeah.
he, as a person, like you can fool him once in a battle. and then
Yeah,
the
they
second you've
really
done, he's,
needed
like,
that.
Calculated, stored, and so he sees that flash go put and he goes, okay, if I
What was
shoot
the
this,
worst
I'm getting
match I've
swamped,
watched this
so
year?
I'm not gonna shoot it, I'm
The
gonna
Crew
dodge it and just
Haven.
wait for someone to peek.
The
That's
Crew
exactly
Haven
what
first
happened.
game. They played Loud, right? I think it was Loud.
He's a
That was the
smart man.
worst so far.
And now,
He might be the smartest, genuinely. Of all the people I've met in Valorant,
Yeah.
talking to Boo makes me feel like the dumbest human
Yeah.
being. And he's not doing
What game
anything
am I
particular,
most
it's just sort of
excited
the look
for?
he gives you when you're talking to him, you go,
Don't know,
damn,
really.
I'm wasting this
I don't know
time.
what I'm talking about.
He's so nice
Yeah,
when he
he's-
does it
I'm
as
not too
well.
sure.
Yeah, I do
I
get that,
I would
though.
I would
I
love
think
to
you're
see
very right with he's like a
G2
super
Sentinels.
man.
I feel like they're
It's
maybe the
very
best 2 teams I've
calculating
seen
the
at the
way he-
moment.
The way he even thinks about the game, he talks about it.
If it ever happens.
Certainly a bit more data to collect, but for now, 2 rounds in between them, it's looking like a much better game than it could have been. Like I said, 7-2. BBL were in the lead at one point. Sociable wasn't online either. We just saw a big round, a big double kill from him, collab. But outside of that, you know, the things that were working for BBL before are not working in the same way. But
That's the Division's Icebox or Crew Haven? No, Zeta's Icebox just purely because they had like...
Starting to find their
I only
footing,
started getting
getting
mad
back
when it
into
was
the
like
game,
4
putting
weeks
rounds
of
up.
watching
This attack
them.
side, they're setting the
Like,
pace.
as long as
And, well, that
Crew
is exactly what they're doing.
do better
Barriers
next
go
time
up,
they play it, I
pistols
won't
in the
be
hands of
mad.
BBL, and a spread out look to this attack side
It's just
from
the fact
Heretics.
that
They are
Zeta
holding
did
their
it.
bases,
Zeta
waiting
didn't
for
show any
aggression.
improvement.
BBL are keen to give it to them.
I don't know what they were doing with their time.
The player under a little bit of pressure here. Yumpy's going to be the one to take the fight. It seems like he's ready for it. But
How's he won that?
a little bit messy.
Do you know what I love the most about this? We got a comp with a Yoru, we got a comp with a Chamber where you could TP out maybe in some of these situations, and we got Mysova is pushing towards top mid, and he still gets to run out of there. Doesn't need to TP or anything. Just strolls out of there afterwards. It's incredible. Gun left. They honestly could have thrown it out the map over towards here. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong.
He's only got a classic. He wants to get out of here alive once he spots that that's where the play is coming in. But even just look.
As we can see on the mini map, though, they are about to call right. Yeah, we're gambling right on this one, and here comes the rotate. And we should keep an eye on Wook, because Wook's pretty important on this one.
Oh, and he sticks around. Now, I mean, we've seen a couple
Let's see
rounds
the double
here where
entry on
Prophet,
this.
He's in the right position. He leaves the smoke right as they step into it. This time he goes
Oh
back
my
in.
god, it could have been
He
incredible.
lands the shot first. The weaponry diff. The Hunter's Fury seeking out its targets. And
Damn,
damage done,
Yumpy
but no
did
real
damage on that
conversion for the
ult,
kills
and they
just
tried
yet.
to flood in at the same time. They just won all the duels. I think Heretics will be very happy with that ult going into it, though, if they can survive with this many people.
Back now left. 1 versus 4, and although a couple of players are tagged at least a little bit.
The ult here, yeah, it wasn't that. Like, normally I hate an ult into an eco, but honestly, it really wasn't that bad. I think he hit 2, and at the same time, they were like trying to flood in.
2 orbs away from their ultimates.
We've seen way worse than this. I don't know what the duels were like, and I don't know if it was close.
It is now starting to.
But there was some
really
potential
see
here.
the caliber of that Heretic side. I said it. After they had that
He hit Rins and Boo, yeah. I saw him, I at least saw him hit one, and then I think the other I saw low. Let's see the duels when this is going on.
Oh, my mental's gone. Like Miniboo talking about, like, oh,
yeah, dude, I think BBL maybe.
Like, okay, map 2, let's go. This time it didn't even take.
They probably should have won. They should have won that, or at least won the duel in heaven, got another gun.
Coaches. I think everybody rates the coaching staff at Heretics highly at this point, and we're already seeing that resurgence.
Yeah, it has been a well-handled comeback so far in a map. The BBL seemed set to win. They were dominant.
Okay, this is nice over towards middle. He can't feel comfy here though, and Heretics have literally pinged on his head.
Too strong to fail. Now though, they are just one round in the lead.
Oh boy, what's this gonna look like? Got 8 people dueling here. Ah, the guy's gone into anti-flash. Oh, he kind of tanked it though. End up being a 2-for-2 trade. They have no map control, and they could just Astro ult hit though.
I think BBL would like big mid control at least from them. Good passive B.
That's a crazy straight line. How have I done that?
The real danger is if they just commit to this A site hit on Heretics, they're going to have one person standing in their way, the leader of BBL, and then it will be a difficult retake for the remaining players to actually make happen.
Peeked behind something we maybe didn't see.
Oh, it's a little bit closer than I thought. This gives them some space. Yampi's gonna.
Here they go into the site.
Yeah, Yampi's gonna go for a play here.
Giving this up for the afterplan is gonna be rough. A fragment from Boo as well.
I don't know if you can go for this Yampi.
Oh, there was a moment where Boo could have died there. They weren't expecting.
Okay, let's keep an eye on how patient Sociable is.
Advantage in terms of HP, but that doesn't last for long. Vax done well.
And take a look at Art as well. Sociable.
Well, that'll do it. Pretty patient.
He's got a free kill. They thought we killed Profek. No one's going to come behind us in Art this time, guys, right? But, well, you're wrong. And wrong again.
Very nice.
Shots by Sociable. BBL
money is through the roof for Heretics, though.
The gap is up to 2. They're getting ever closer to closing this map out.
Again, it was this disruptive aggression that caused them these initial problems. Trading evenly.
Who's lining himself up at the floor to get his lineup ready.
But Vac winning that fight turned the round on its head, gave space as well for that lurk to come in. Still, the difference is just 2, and the attack still have
maybe that's why Woot doesn't wanna be on.
Ultimates and Bladestorm just one away. The fight isn't done just yet, but Sociable gloves are off. You see,
you would imagine he's got one here. Very nice.
Corner,
damn, Yampi got 2 there. Dude, they were not expecting the peak from Yampi here.
What a frustrating start to a round. Heretics coming in, no doubt, saying, all right, this is where we get back in. We bounce back, deliver the damage, the beat down onto BBL, but instead, it's BBL fighting back.
Great reply, though. It's all good.
But Levin's right in there for the trade.
Now what?
And Boo, with the spike in hand, has a 1v3 to make happen. No idea where his opponents will be by the time he steps into a site. And the weapon in his hands, Tom, it's valuable. But they have enough credits that I don't think it's likely he goes for a save this late into the game. Who knows, though?
I'm almost certain if they could make
save them, dude. They got so much money. They're okay.
We would see something like a Sova or a Sky or a Fade, just something that can clear these early angles. It's been such an irritation for them.
Where did Jampy die here? He insta-swung after the chamber TP'd back, and they were like trying to capitalize off it, I think, and so he's just W-keyed.
Again,
he might have hit some shots though. The 2 people he killed, it might have been unreal from his POV.
While Boo's even going to take a fairly hefty amount of damage on his way in. Such a passive hold from the defense as well. They are making sure this round is locked. They're going in with that dimensional drift, using that ultimate just to try and play with their opponent. There is nowhere safe for Boo to hide in at this stage.
It was a nice try from him. He gave himself a good chance to isolate 1v1.
Yeah, and this is the problem. We've mentioned this earlier on about how irritating
the Teo.
BBL
Teo's really good for after plant. Teo's good for A main control. Wait, this Yampy clip might be crazy, chat. Oh my goodness, that transfer though. Dude, who is that? Benji Fishy down in the corner and taking a double dink. That's insane.
You lost the round that quickly.
The thing as well is normally that space is fairly free.
It's given up.
And more so, what they did was because there was a player
so Heretics
before,
have
they sent
enough
the drone
ults
out, so
that
you
you would
can't
imagine
push it
this
or
gets
you
to like
retreat
an
before taking the step.
11-10,
That's the only
roughly.
option you have. Because of what that drone does,
Maybe an
it takes
11-11
away
with the money.
your ability to use abilities.
Definitely got to keep an eye
Heretics had a good
on
idea.
Prof Exor. Recon clears
They're gonna
over
do it
towards
again.
middle early as well.
Gonna try and clear this man out of position. Oh, Levin can't leave. Bear that in mind. He is stuck here.
Dude, look at the util dump. That was incredible. That was really, really nice.
That's why Social normally TPs immediately when he sees that
Knife
drive.
over towards here as well. Locked him in, couldn't TP away. That was awesome. Stun, damage, flash. He ate everything. Ult goes in. They have an Astra ult, but honestly, I kind of want him to save the Astra ult. I know it's 4v5.
They've got players here early, but that ult has sent them running.
Yeah, I'm still fine if I'm BBL here. I'm just trying to do damage and not use the ult.
Still taking them some time. They got stuck behind the wall. That was it. The wall went up, the shear, and it trapped the spike. I think it was when Minivu
still haven't planted
yet.
yet.
Allowed at least a little bit of extra time. The problem is again, like,
Yeah, I mean 3 ults. You're loving this if you're BBL.
no utility to try and get back into the site. A fight for Prophet is available.
Yeah, especially if you can do more damage like that.
Not on the right angle to deny it. Again.
Elio, hello mate. How are we doing? Elio, is your game today? Was your game yesterday?
He needs to isolate immediately, and he's not even going to get past Benji.
Thank you for the 43 months, man. Thank you, thank you.
I do get very nervous when I see Prophet get a kill and there's 3 players left alive. You didn't think you've seen that one before. Oh, 2 rounds in between them. Benji go kill. I think he's been doing all right last couple
I had yesterday
rounds.
and today and lost both. Wait, really?
2 rounds in between them.
Dude, that's devastating. So you're 2-2, right? Last chance tomorrow. Oh, okay. Do you know who you play, yeah?
Sat back waiting to see if there's going to be another adaptation from BBL, another bit of aggression. It doesn't look like it in the early sort of setup that we see with barriers and whatnot. And the same sort of, this is the wall that we saw last round, right? They've been putting it down on B quite regularly. That was what slowed down the spike, what stopped them from planting, what bought just a little bit of extra time.
If I'm BBL here, I'm still really happy with not that, obviously not that really devastated about that first kill, to be honest, but I'm happy with how many ults they got out of them last round. Whoa, whoa, Yampy. Yampy's looking like a born and bred rifler. Oh, dude, that was so close to getting a double as well.
Heretics, the climb never stops. They are now
and now it forced them down to an eco,
again.
so you'd imagine 11-11.
For BBL, yeah, 1 round ahead. This is the kind of time where you think maybe you want to slow things down, take a breather. I've seen our timer in-game freeze. I think that's what they've done. I think BBL.
I was about to say in-game that doesn't work with their comp.
Oh man, the bullets.
Down with a Yoru chamber comp.
Let's just play passive. Yeah, no, hopefully not.
Dude, quite a few BBL fans in the crowd.
Let's take a breather before those barriers go up. BBL call a timeout, and it is definitely time. Heretics have been catching up. Heretics burned their timeouts very early on,
he went to left now, chat, I thought.
The course correction possible. Now, BBL look to do the exact same thing. This is their last pause, the last chance for either team in regulation to touch base with the coaching staff. Only a couple of rounds left before we either go to OT or we go to Lotus. And the question is, after a 7-2 start and some really impressive rounds,
win for him. Oh, we can watch it in slow-mo if anyone's got a clip. Watch it at the end of the game.
At least here on
see what happens.
Or will we be going to Lotus?
I thought it went to the left.
The usual suspects 1-0 in the lead.
That's the thing as well. You have to look back to Lotus as a map that was played all through champions for the side of Heretics, even making an appearance in the final. They didn't win it, but they showed that they were definitely comfortable.
Thing with the new deadlock buff. I have no idea what the new deadlock buff is. I kind of hope they don't do it.
It's a little bit different.
I don't know. They said they're going to do something with sonic sensors. I don't think we need that at the moment. I would be more tempted to nerf than buff deadlock, really. Oh my god, that is straight through smoke. I just think the grab net's too big.
Don't have a massive reason to go back and fight this, but they are planning on doing so.
And it is just a bit of, I suppose, a agreed setup that they got punished on before, where you saw that drone used from, I'll use this one here, from this position. And this time they're a little bit more passive where they put that out from. And, you know, it's a little bit of conditioning. It wouldn't get all the way down to the site where...
What a game, yeah. I mean,
wouldn't get the same kind of information,
there is going to be a stack here from BBL, but what's probably going to happen is Benji's going to take space over towards A and call his team back. You would imagine
sure, they can reset, they can still have a pretty good chance, and you've at least got
the Heretics are going to bring it to 11-11, and then we've got a giant buy round coming in.
All your value. And now as the round goes on, Tom, we try to get all 4 of them. Ah, almost. Could have been a little better, but there were 4 of them in the circle. It was pretty good. It was 3.5.
They're going a little bit slow on this.
Oh, here we go, though. They are rotating.
Yampy's going to feel tempted to use his ult again. Might be similar to the B round that we saw. There is going to be 4 people here. Oh, this chat, we got... This is... Dude, I'm so tempted to use this overall.
Bear in mind as well, they could take away their guns.
They don't know they're here just yet. Now the information falling into your hands. Although
what a shot!
For a lot. Yampy round there for 1. Profex in as well.
Okay, nice hand over the end.
Was good to start with, but the weaponry difference really shot through in the end.
Okay, this maybe a timeout before the buy round.
Neck and neck. The big thing here is, Tom, Heretics have been winning a lot of these attack rounds. They've been doing well with the rifles in hand, and there's going to be nothing but rifles from here on out. Ults are going to start to come online for Heretics as well. You have to look to BBL and say, after that big lead, after building your castles and then realizing
there's so many KO assists there because of the knife.
Will they be able to make that recovery? Will they keep themselves in it?
BBL most ults into this.
A lot of the time,
and they want to set the chamber up over towards A. Knife goes in, it hits the Yoru, but then chamber is far back.
Just to remove any of the aggression from this spot.
Yeah, Zoteo's good on this map, just heavy control.
BBL continue to do what they've done before and try and re-aggress.
They lose A main in reaction, drone over towards middle, very similar to what Heretics were doing.
BBL, look for control, but elsewhere Sociable wants to get
oh my goodness, he does have a TP.
If he rounded that corner, he was dead. There were 2 players, 3 in fact.
Why does it feel like he wants to send it?
Holding it now, back to just a crossfire, just 2 guns and the spike sitting there for Sociable. Claiming this pick would be huge, and he can immediately TP out as well. The reveal goes deep. There's the shot. Immediately gets out. Doesn't overstay his welcome. It's good. No punish from Miniboo.
Oh, very nice from Miniboo. Held strong on that. Good off angle.
Re-aggression as well. Catches Levin. Yumpy torn between 2 angles.
2 people on site. Yumpy's going to have to kill 2 somehow, and the call to go to B is really nice.
Either of them. And you can see the attacker being so
another round where Yampy's ult must be a little bit tempting with the time. Ooh, hold up. Yeah, we're going for a solo play. We delay a little bit here. They got to wait for this.
20 seconds left. If they wait this out, they could be in trouble.
They know they have to go, but now
Yampy absolutely
deals with them in an instant, and Profect falls right after.
Nicely done from Heretics. It's a 3v5. He's just trying to beat them and get them in the choke point.
To put them ahead of BBL now, right at the last second. We could see a 13-11 on the board. We talked a big game about BBL's Pearl, but this would cripple your mental game to lose like this.
And in zone flawless as well. They took the weaponry away, and that was what they were waiting for. They were waiting for Miniboo.
Oh, their face. Dude, this is devastating for BBL, man. They had such a good chance in this.
A decent resurgence again.
I mean, they still have a really good chance, but it would be a really rough map to lose.
It's the way that Heretics are looking at the beginning of kickoff. Can BBL find that last little lease of life? Already, a lot of those aggressive early positions on B.
Dude, this drone gets so much info. It lasts for so long.
Over on that A site. And also a little bit from Sociable in mid. There is nobody to fight.
Okay, that creates a good amount of pressure over towards middle if they want to flank back. KO all goes in, Astra.
It's been an impossible task fighting the tide of Team Heretics. There is no stopping it. Hunter's Fury.
There's a smoke there.
Anything. Heretics just waited, and now they step in to claim the space.
This was Astra ult, no?
Yeah. Plant secured.
I can't get over how big that kill is. How? Scan? No scan. I promise you, no scan.
It won't have that much impact. Around the side.
They don't have. They don't have any scan.
Back alone to make this work, to keep them in it. He's got 2 opponents, and they're hiding away. They're not giving him any opportunities. It's
damn, bro! What a comeback from Heretics. Feel a little bit sad for BBL on here. I thought this was theirs. Dude, I would love to see that first kill for this round. Maybe there's a gap in the smoke or something, but that changed it completely. This is a banger map though.
We'll be back.